is Michael Caires with Diversified with today's mortgage update. It is October 27th, 2009. And with me today is Bill Rodriguez of Town & Country Appraisal. Welcome, Bill.
Thank you, Michael.
Just wanted to offer some value out there to you sellers and you realtors. Just having Bill here as an expert appraiser, I wanted to touch on some questions that I know that are asked a lot of me. Bill, give me some tips on how a seller, could increase the value of their home.
Very simple tips. I mean, we're talking about things that a seller can do just prior to marketing their home. I think the most important thing, and I think agents are afraid to ask them, is to clean the property up. And so what I would recommend is the first thing is getting that house prepared to sell by modernizing the painting schemes. Today with the new colors, interior and exterior, really helps bring that property up to bring it to higher
flooring, wood as over carpet.
I think things that you have to look at today would be simple things. I mean, you're out to put the property on the market. What are you going to get back in return? I think a homeowner can do they can do the cleanup, and they can do the painting sometimes themselves. And I think those are the things that really bring the house up to a level that I think is marketable.
Okay, and there's obviously some don'ts. Maybe over improving.
Definitely don'ts. There's don'ts. Don't wait to have the new kitchen put in. Don't wait to have a whole new bathroom put in. I mean, those are the major don'ts that they're not going to get dollar for dollar back.
So basically, the moral of that story is don't over improve for the area.
Exactly.
Okay, know your market. One of the definitely a seller apprehension from the past, and I think this is a myth going back into the 80s, are FHA appraisals. I know that there's a lot of realtors, a lot of sellers that feel like FHA is going to just grind them to death on the condition of the property. What are your thoughts on FHA's appraisal process today as it was back when we started in the 80s?
Well, when I started doing FHAs back in 1979, I think it was.
You're older than I thought.
And so when I started doing FHAs, it was all for the buyer. I mean, the house had to be at a certain level, and things have changed. I mean, what has happened is that HUD has made it so that it has become less stringent on the seller to bring the property to, say, a termite clearance. But if there is active infestation, that has to be cleared. I mean, okay. Appraiser sees that, they're going to have to fix that.
Okay, so really deferred maintenance is out of the question, but again, just if in fact there are broken windows, holes in walls, which we've definitely seen with a lot of REOs out there.
Broken windows, it's a health, again, HUD still has that health safety. I mean, the preservation of structure, those are still the mandated things. But what happens is, before, when we had to do this, the health safety issues were upgrading some electrical. When the electrical has been there for 100 years, and it's probably going to be there another 100 years. I mean, those are things that were required to change, and so that isn't mandatory today.
So yeah, and by doing as many FHA loans as I personally fund, sellers out there, an FHA appraisal, Bill's my appraiser. I can honestly say that they're just like doing a conventional transaction. There's nothing to worry about.
No, the things that you may get called on are things where what I've called lately is a lot of electrical switches and electrical plates are missing, and so you have to look at it as though I look at it as though a child's running around in the house. They're going to stick their hand in the electrical, power gets on, and get zapped. And those are things that I do call that. That is a safety issue.
Well, I think with all the professional realtors out there, I think they're going to recommend it.
And it's a very simple fix.
Yeah. And that's just falls under the getting your home prepared to sell.
Exactly.
Okay. And one last question, because we are seeing this a lot now, especially at the lower price points under $700,000, is overbidding. 20 offers, 25 offers, sellers putting them below market to drive up the price to maximize value for themselves. What are you doing about those?
Well, what's happening? I mean, some of the houses are put at market price, I think, and the overbidding gets on because you have some buyers that have come into the market to buy in that price point, and that they've gotten frustrated by probably made multiple offers on houses. I heard one person said that they had already made 12 offers or so, and then they got none. Right. And so they're willing to offer X amount over the price, and what's happening is the agents know that on FHA there's still a condition of appraisal that has to be met, and the appraisers are the ones that are bringing the values down, and it has to be supportive. The value's got to be supportive for underwriting, and just because the appraiser gets through, still has to go through the underwriting process.
Okay, and my last question is the HVCC process. Quickly explain.
I hate it.
Okay, well, that makes
But
sense.
simple. Well, I think a lot of people are getting shortchanged. A lot of agents that know their neighborhoods, know their market, are getting appraisers that are not in the area, are not competent in doing the appraisals in our markets. Did reviews on appraisals that are coming out of Sacramento and doing appraisals in our area, and they don't know the neighborhoods. So
Yeah.
we're getting injustice, I feel.
And from what my experience is, I think the management companies are just trying to rustle up as many of appraisers as they can to be able to just basically assign them and get them done.
Yes, and I agree, and I think they're not paying the appraisers enough, so they're just getting them turned around quickly and not doing the proper work that should be put in.
Right, and right now, there's gonna be a repeal potentially of the
Hopefully,
HVCC?
hopefully, if we get a lot of agents out there to sign the petitions that are out there, contact their congressman and the law, contact your congressman.
Okay, all right, Bill, well, thank you for coming. Again, Bill Rodriguez, Town and Country Appraisal. You can reach Bill for any questions you may have at 925-944-3400. Michael Caires with Diversified, and you can reach me at 925-426-8383. Bye for now.
Good night.